Welcome back to the Buckethead and King Show.
Don't tell y'all something. It's hard being Buckethead and the King. I'm just letting y'all know. You just can't start at the top. Buckethead and the King is not no breakfast.
And the King's popping his collar.
I pop my collar.
Go against a team.
Yes,
You don't have to hate nobody. Just dislike them a little bit.
We're going to do some run-on sentences. We're going to mess around there and say won't when it's supposed to be a different won't. And do not try to call up here and try to check us. Because I'm telling y'all right now, can't nobody beat us bragging on us.
Yeah. Don't nobody like to talk more about themselves than Buckethead and the King does.
Don't ever forget that I got my newspaper clip in my wallet.
Man,
I like that.
Somebody snatched that off. But I'm going to tell you something. That intro video, it's hard being Buckethead and the King.
Did I not say that?
You said that. You definitely
I don't
said
know
that.
who wants to try it, but it's not going to be easy.
You
I'm
said
telling you
it.
right now. Don't think you're going to be able to start off at the top and be like Buckethead and the King. You got to start at the bottom and work your way up. And you should have caught up when we was on ground level because we on top of the Empire State
Top of
Building
the
now.
world now.
We up now?
Top of the world.
You picking up anybody?
Top of the world. No,
You can't let nobody ride with you?
Now, I will say this. I had a good meeting with David Pollock. You know who that is.
I know who David is.
And that was sweet. I'm going to tell you, to talk to him and for him to tell us to continue doing what we're doing because what we're doing is how he started in the business.
Right, right.
And he said the way because he watched our show. And he said, how you love on them kids and stuff, man. He said, you just don't know how far that goes. How you love on kids, people don't understand. When you love on kids like that, it's a big deal.
Well, I'm glad you got a chance to go out there and meet with these people.
I'm not that kind of guy that bothers people on their family vacation. But I did walk. Me and him was waiting in line for dinner for lunch. And
Your favorite?
Somebody said I should have got an interview with him. But you don't just Buckethead and King don't just like people walking up when they with the family and stuff. You know, we get it all the time, and we try to be as nice as we can to people that come up to Buckethead and King when we talking to family and stuff. But you know, it's tough sometimes. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's tough sometimes. We know it is.
It's hard being celebrity.
But you can see. I mean, we were sitting there waiting on the table for lunch. Right. And we sat there for 30 minutes, and we got talking. And he said that when he broke his neck, he was watching Kirk Herbstreit do game day. They were talking about Georgia should be in the championship game or something. And he said that idiot don't know what he's talking about. He said he called his agent right then and said, hey, I know what I want to do. If I can't make it back to the NFL, I want to know what I want to do. I want to be a broadcaster. So
he's pretty good at it.
So then he said, I had a show started out, and he was talking to a couple of us at first. He said, I had a show that started out, and he said, don't act like you watch it, because my mama didn't even watch it. So that's how bad it was.
Well, listen, though. We got a show, and our moms watch. So, I mean, somebody watch. We're ahead of him.
I told you, it's hard. You said it's hard to start at the top. You can't just start at the top.
You can't just start at Don't try to start at the top.
But he said, the good thing he said, when he watched our show and he was watching it, and I think you brought up, man, we love it, we all about the kids. He said that's his slogan too. Because every show that should be done and be all about the kids.
Always.
And he said, I love y'all's passion. Yeah. He said, y'all keep hitting it like y'all hitting it and be you. He said, because the way y'all doing it is the right way to do it.
Well, by him saying be us, though. I love that part because, you know, we told him from the start we're going to be Buckethead and King going to be Buckethead and the King. We're not going to come out here and change. And the only time you probably going to see a tie on Buckethead and the King is when we posing for something like, you know.
Like our pose.
Yeah, like our picture. Our picture.
We trying to get sharp.
We were clean now. How clean?
Casket clean.
Casket clean.
You can't get no cleaner than that. I'm just going to tell you. But here's the thing. He also said the way he got on ESPN is ESPN was doing game day in Athens, Georgia, where he was at. And said that he was doing his little TV show, just knocking like we are, local TV station. And Kirk Herbstreit seen it, called him up and said, man, same thing he told me, I love your passion, love everything about what you're doing. We got to see if we can work something out and get you on with us. So who knows? Buckethead and the King, you know, it could be next.
You think they ready for the Buckethead and the King?
I don't know. I don't know if mainstream media is ready for it.
Listen, man.
East Alabama love Buckethead and the King.
Yeah,
I don't know about
that's right.
mainstream media.
Mainstream.
We'll step on some toes because we call it like it is. We ain't gonna if we were talking about Vandy, you know, we couldn't say they were good and all that because
who couldn't say?
we could just say that they're gonna have some great engineers coming out of there.
Listen, Vandy got a good baseball team.
Yeah.
They got a good baseball team. They got a good baseball team.
Well, I shouldn't probably use Vandy because they're in the SEC. If you're in the SEC, you're the real deal in something.
Well, in something.
In something.
Yeah, because you got some that's running around here that's cheering on basketball and supposed to be a football school.
Yeah.
But they're gonna go down that rabbit hole with you. But let me get back to my point. What I was getting ready to say, and you rudely interrupted.
Did I rudely interrupt it?
Yeah,
rudely
like that. Well, I'm just saying. I think they're not ready for Buckethead and the King out there in Hollywood.
No.
We need to stay here in Alabama.
A little bit longer.
A little longer. We don't need to run out there.
And
really, I'm not ready for Hollywood myself.
No.
They out there eating grapes and grapefruits and all that stuff there, and cheese on crackers, and they don't have mustard. They have grape pecan.
Yeah, the question I'd have for you is Hollywood ready for you?
I'm telling you right now, they're not. They're not.
I tell you the difference between. Well, here's one of the things I can tell you is like you take for instance, the Fred Sanford show.
I love Fred.
They show reruns for that for years.
Yeah.
And you look a little bit like Grady on the show.
Wait a minute.
There you go. So you could probably Hollywood probably look for somebody to replace the Fred Sanford show.
You don't got too far out there. Nobody can replace Sanford, son. And I'm not nowhere near like Grady.
Dummy.
None of that.
You dummy.
There you go. All right. So
But I did pull a Fred Sanford a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Because I said, Elizabeth, I'm coming to Georgia.
Yeah, you tried to leave here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You up there.
Yeah,
Man, don't do that no more.
No.
I can't come up to the hospital and save you every time. Stay away from the hospital, Buckethead. Matter of fact, no. Stay away from eating hamburger that got a smell to it and you bite it anyway. Don't do that.
Like my wife said, I was so cheap, I let $2 kill me.
$2?
$2 a cheeseburger killed me.
Almost took you out of here.
Almost took me out of here.
It had a smell to it. How did you eat it? Never mind. Never mind. Now go change subject.
Well, because I tell you why.
You were hungry.
I was hungry.
Buckethead.
I ain't getting in the rabbit hole you was going down. I was hungry. And to leave it at that.
Listen, next time you hungry, just come on up to the restaurant.
Okay. Well, it was out of the way. I was trying to get to a ball game.
You can't do it all. You can't have it always your way. You're going to have to eat, be late to the game, or go on to the game and eat when you get through.
Well, let's move into something that happened yesterday here at Chocolaca Park. There's a lot of things going on at Chocolaca Park. I mean, with the girls supposed to start playing, this Vipers team going to be something else. I hate that the pitcher from Alabama's pitcher is not going to be able to play with them because of her. It's not out there yet, but I just don't see her playing because of her knee. And she got hurt right during the midseason. But here's the thing. I never like it when we in here and I hear that door beep.
Somebody looking for you?
I can't get my pistol. I can't get to it just in case. Okay. Oh, just the other camera guy. He tell him he can't. Tell him he can't come in late like that.
Yeah, tell him he on.
Oh, he's been working.
Yeah, he been. Well, the news is jumping right now.
The news is jumping. It's crazy. Listen.
I can remember the time they couldn't flip to one story to another. And go from the front door to the back door. Now they're going way over here to Gaston and flip it back to Oxford go down.
It's all crazy. But I'm going to tell you, that just shows the commitment that WAC TV 24 and Community Television Network has put toward changing what we do here.
That's right.
And, Buckethead and King, we Buckethead and the King. It's tough for them to be what we are, but they working at it.
They working. They getting there.
You can't start at the top.
Don't start at the top.
But here's the thing. I will say this. I
getting
walked today. I mean, the news has been great. If you haven't been catching the news, it's at 5 to 5:30 every day, 6 to 6:30 every day. And look at my long-haired buddy Brody just walked in. But here's the thing. It's unbelievable. And listen, we say this because we under the umbrella of TV 24.
Right.
We starting to own a little bit of this East Alabama. I mean, we
the only station on this side of the state.
That's right.
That's actually doing it. Only station. Find me one.
And here's the other thing too. We're making big strides because we're not. Because we get it wrong if we try it.
I asked you.
We'll get it wrong
told
if
them
we
to write
try
it down.
But we'll get it wrong if we try. But we're gonna tell you.
Well, you can still say
We're fixing to roll it out because it's
what
there.
can you see? What can you see? The news and the Buckethead and King show. Anything that's going on with TV 24.
TV 24.
Tell them where you can see that.
Live television.
Live television
Will be on Roku.
Roku.
Apple TV.
Hold on, start over.
I can't say it.
You missed that word. Roku.
Apple TV.
Okay.
And the Fire Stick.
On the Fire Stick.
And listen, nobody else is doing that right here.
No.
No, nobody else is doing it.
It's hard. Listen, ladies and gentlemen out there, cats and dogs, fish, birds, and all. It's hard trying to be great like Buckethead and the King, but TV 24 is striving.
They're doing a great job. I mean,
that's a great job.
They got a good lineup on their news right now, and I mean, but you know, I don't know about the ink. Got to see some ink if they want to get on the Buckethead King show.
If they got to listen, I'm proud of them. You got three beautiful young ladies that's running things, and they got that old guy that do the sports for him. He ain't bad looking at all. You know what I'm saying? He got to favor you a little bit.
I tell you what he is.
What is?
I mean, he looks like his daddy, so I know he's a good-looking young man.
My!
But here's the thing I tell you, he
oh my!
News broadcast second to none.
Second to none.
Just know your lanes. Stay in.
Don't get over here. Don't get over here with the Buckethead and King.
We lay hands now, but don't get in the Buckethead King world. But stay in your lanes. He does an outstanding job in the lane. But no, I'm just playing. He can do whatever he wants to because he's passionate about it and he loves them kids. If you're passionate and you love kids,
great combination.
You can do whatever you want to do in this business. You can do whatever you want to do in this business. David Pollack just reinforced what me and you do.
Yeah.
And and I was glad to hear him say that, man.
You do know, I can go back to one of the episodes that me and you done, and we was getting ready to jump on somebody out there in TV land when they was messing with some kids, doing all that bullying, and then talking about the kids wasn't going to be no good. And me and you got all over.
Oh, yeah.
And then we made up our own award for them.
Joe did.
The Hater Award.
Hater Award.
We some people
don't give some people the Hater Award.
I mean, you really don't want us to give you the Hater Award.
That's the award that you don't want to get because we own the microphone and the camera.
It don't look good out there.
The Hater Award don't look good on you. This doesn't look good on you.
Don't start messing with those kids. I mean, if you think you can get on the internet and Facebooking and typing in and being that bully behind the screen, me and Buckethead got the camera.
Yeah.
And we will talk about you and your mama.
And your mama.
Bam. But, you know what I'm saying? So don't mess with those kids. We all about kids. And we're going to support them. And we're going to push them to the level that we want them to grow and achieve whatever they got, their goals set. We're going to help them with that. We don't need nobody out there tearing them down, telling them what they can't do. We don't need that. If you got that and you want to be like that, stay away from those kids out there. Let these kids do their thing.
And here's the thing: if you haven't been watching the news, watch it because I mean, if you want to know what's going on in your area, and when we say area, we're talking about East Alabama, and we go north as far as Gadsden, Etowah, south to Clay County, and all. You know, if you want with detailed news. If you want to, and west, we get on over close touching Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? So
somebody got to move out of the way.
Yeah.
Because here we come.
Yeah, here we come, like a freight train. You get on or get run over.
Trentis Morton live here in Oxford, and I was talking to him, and he basically come all the way out and said, man, he was in his house. just laughing, and his wife was in a different room. And she had come around there and asked him, what was he laughing for? What was so funny? You know what he told her? He was watching the Buckethead and King show. And I understand, Trenton. I said, because you got to know, this is some serious problems over here. We got some people that be on this show right here, you know, that got some issues. He legally medicated crazy.
Look, Trenton, don't get carried away now, because I seen your picture in the Who's Who, and I will put it on the screen.
You seen Trina's picture?
Yeah, on the Who's Who. I'll put it on the screen on it.
Trina ain't no bad. Look,
He looked clean with that fro back
yeah,
in the day.
man, he was wearing it, wasn't
He was wearing it back in the day.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Hey, man.
So be careful now.
Well,
Be careful.
That's one of them. That's a classic guy right now.
Yeah, he's a classic guy.
Both his
really
kids
is.
went to Oxford.
Both his kids went to Oxford.
And
And
wife is Miss Regina Martin. And I'm telling you, man, our family that
And
like that
people
right there
don't
is
understand.
great.
We have people like that watch our show. Classy people watch
Yeah.
the book. I mean, we got them of all kinds. Cause we don't.
Ain't no sugarcoat,
call
man.
them.
We got some scrubs
We got
out
some
there.
crazy ones out there too.
Oh,
now.
gangsters.
Yeah, gangsters.
Gangster mobs.
Scrubs. But that's okay. The scrubs like to find out what happened.
They want the real truth.
But here's the thing. We are the #1 old school throwback show you'll ever find. I mean, we bring in the new
That's
guys
it.
because it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
But during the downtime, we're going to talk some old school, and you better believe we'll bring them old school guys up like ain't nobody else. And can't nobody just talk about them.
Listen, because they know we know it and we played it. But I'm going to tell you, I talked to that Barney Turner. Oh, my. Oh, my. Listen, Barney Turner, did you know that Barney Turner was the last quarterback at Oxford
To run the
Wishbone?
I did.
You knew that?
Yeah, because he was the last quarterback to run on the Virgin.
On the Virgin, that's
Yeah.
right. But you know, I played against Barney at Oxford Lake. You knew that Barney Turner was going to be special at Little League. Because if we couldn't tackle Barney, we weren't going to win the ball game. He played with the Steelers.
This is a funny thing. Back when me and Barney played together in Little League at Oxford Lake, I won the Defensive Player of the Year. Barney won the Offensive Player of the Year. And we got a picture of me and Barney together. I got it somewhere. I'm going to bring it and post it one day.
I want you to bring that.
Because it's something
That's special.
serious now.
Now, let me tell you something. I always think about kids that had speed at Little League, thinking about it. And I said, now, in order for Barney Turner to run touchdowns, because we played up on the big field at Oxford Lake.
Yeah, at the old softball field used to be back there.
But the speed that Barney had, and I'm sitting here thinking, I said, where that kid get that kind of speed? And I'm looking at Mimi Whitfield, Wayne Finch. Those were some sprinters there. And Barney was in that top speed group right there too. And I'm looking like, good gracious.
See, I played for the Cowboys, Harry Hendricks, when I played in that league against Barney. And I'll never forget, I've told this story, but I'll tell it again. I jumped off the school bus one day, busted my head wide open. Mom had to take me to get stitches.
It didn't hurt your head.
No, it did hurt. It hurt a little bit. Almost knocked me out. But the doctor said I couldn't play. I took one of them big sponges that you wash out, big sponge that you wash stuff with, like a car and stuff. Stuck it in the top of my helmet, pulled my helmet down. And the time I got the game, they was kicking off. And I was running through how it used to be all the way at the other end. So I was running by the concession stand. Old concession stand used to be on further up, running by all that. And the coach, Harris seen me coming. He snatched the kid off the back, told him to get off the field. I caught the ball in full stride, took it to the house, never stopped running.
Never stopped running.
Never
Like
stopped
Forrest
running.
Gump.
Went all the way down the field. Like Forrest Gump.
Like Forrest Gump.
Sure
Like I
hit
said.
the field running, never stopped till I got
true
the end
story.
zone. That's a true story.
Your mom told me
That's
that.
a true story.
Yeah. Run, Buckethead, run.
Buckethead, run.
But listen, man, we got to bring this up too, because I'm tired of it. Because Eric Thomas, he over here commenting on the Facebook page right now, put the 87 Alexandria Oxford game on Gary Mason. Why do we always want to bring that game up? Because they
always one game.
We just talked about them last week, how dirty they were.
One game. Got Buckethead and
Right,
the King.
they hurt the Buckethead and they hurt the King.
Yeah.
And he know for a fact, why don't you call in to the station, Eric Thomas, while you sitting up here sending these little text messages, and so you tell everybody what the score was at halftime. The phone number is 256-831-4624. Now, call in, Eric Thomas from Alexandria. We're calling you out.
Eric, you ain't got a hair on your nose. You know what? If you don't call in.
Get the
call
hair.
in. You
Get
ain't
the
doing
hair.
nothing any of a sudden at work.
Yeah.
Call in.
Call in with all this here, because we got something we're going to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
And I already told you the man
Now,
you
look,
said.
Eric was a bad man. I ain't gonna take
Oh,
nothing
you
from
can't
him.
take nothing
He
from
is a
him.
bad man.
No.
But I
yeah.
was at that game as a spectator.
Spectator, you there?
I was at the game as a spectator.
Once I get it to him the first half.
All they wanted.
I
and
gave
then
him all
some.
the business.
All they wanted.
All
then
the
some.
business.
And
Oh.
Eric knows that.
Yeah, he
but he
know
always
it.
leaves it out of his comment. But he wouldn't leave it out. If we was talking right here on live,
He wouldn't.
he'd say it. He'd say, man, you give
I
us all.
want him. I want him to call in.
He'd say it. He'd say it.
Well, I'm telling you, he ain't saying it on the comment.
Well, he don't ever say it on the comments. You know,
Yeah. He tell everybody about they won the game, but he don't want to tell them how they won the game. Don't get quiet, Buckethead, because he ain't gonna call in.
It
He
sure
over
was
here-
ugly.
It was ugly, wasn't it?
It was ugly. It was ugly for y'all to let them come back and win the game.
I couldn't play offense and defense, but I got put out in offense.
Yeah,
Now,
it
you
was
know,
ugly.
man, that was ugly. And
Let's
he
go
said,
to-
that was homecoming, too.
I know it. I was there. How you gonna lose your homecoming?
Don't
That's
ask me.
horrible. Listen, let's go to something that I started to go to a while ago, but we got down a rabbit hole.
Eric Thomas, tell him to stop.
Eric,
sending
quit
message.
doing it, Eric.
Quit sending
doing it,
messages.
Eric.
You don't want to call in. He must
If
be
you ain't
at
gonna
work.
call in, he's on break. That's what he's talking to his buddy right now. Hey, we beat them. Look at it right here. He's talking that nonsense.
Yeah,
We
he
beat
don't want
them.
to call in.
He know,
The
'cause we
phone
got-
number on the screen,
call-
Eric.
Yeah, you got a mic. We'll let you talk. We'll let you do your talking. Okay,
Leave
look
that
right
stuff
here.
on.
Let's do this though. While we waiting on Eric to call,
We'll
Eric,
be
we
waiting
on you to
all.
call.
We'll be waiting all night. He ain't gonna call.
While we waiting on Eric to call, let's talk about last night's home run derby that the
Kids from Oxford won.
yeah, but I mean, this is an unbelievable deal that the FCA put on, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and you know, I think it's going to get bigger and bigger every year. I think it's going to be a really big deal. Yeah, they had 14 kids, and they paired off and got down to the last two, and the last home run, it was tied 6-6, and the last home run was hit with 1 second on the clock. And Carter Johnson from Oxford, he's on the screen now if you see it. He won the whole thing. Now I'm gonna tell you something.
Can you hit it out that park
Well,
over
when
there?
they told me that they were going to hit it from playing at Chocolaca Park, at first I thought it was at Donahoe. But when I heard they moved it to Chocolaca Park, I said, well, it's going to be tough to get some balls out there now because, I mean, the Buckhead and King go out there and hit from second base and get them out right now, but we can do it.
Yeah.
We owe. But they glad we didn't show up last night. I'm glad that it was just for the high school kids. They didn't just bring us in.
Don't call me old on TV. But
You are old. Look, I mean, people can just look at your chin and know you old.
put that number back up there.
But
I can't believe you said that.
But I
we
mean-
got a call. Go ahead. You're on Buckethead and the King.
This is Eric Thomas.
That's what I wanted to hear
man,
right there. I'm so glad.
I knew if I called him out, he'd
You
call
have to
in.
call him out because
He called in.
he from Alexandria, out there in the valley. Turn that volume up.
I'm getting him all the way.
Can
up,
you
and I wanna
hear? Can you hear us, Mr. Eric Thomas?
I can hear you.
Okay, now next time you text my phone and start talking about this Oxford and Alexandria game in '87, I want you to start off at the beginning. Don't start off at the part where y'all won the game at the end, because I want you to tell the folks.
Well, what you want to know?
What part do you want me to do? I got to tell this story, or
Hold
you
on,
going to tell
Let
it?
me tell the story, Eric. Let me
Let
just
Eric
just
tell
lead,
it, 'cause
I'm
he-
going to lead into Eric's part.
No, go ahead, Buckethead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
let me do
No.
this because I was a spectator, so I'm going to lead into your part. Because the game is actually 4 quarters. Am I correct?
It's correct.
Okay. So that's a little throw at the King. He didn't catch
I
that.
caught it.
So
I'm
the
gonna
game
let you
is
talk.
actually 4 quarters. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of games. Nobody ever won a championship in 2 quarters. Nobody ever won a game in 2 quarters of football because the game is 4 quarters.
Hey, if you're not in the game, you can't
The
win. And you-
game is 4 quarters. I
the
heard
hate,
Gary
the
say
hate,
something about he
the
wasn't
hate
playing
don't look
defense.
good on you.
You could have had Gary Mason playing defense.
Don't you say?
When no Kelly playing defense, I still would have torched him.
No, Eric was a bad man, but
Hey, listen here. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. You're
Knock
not
that
gonna,
thing out.
You're
You're
not
on TV.
You're not gonna be able to come in here and let him just come in here and say anything he wants.
He's on TV.
Just say it right now. We're on live TV. I'm gonna let you know. You're not gonna call up here and just say anything. Do I need to tell the story, or you want to tell it?
I tell you what, you tell a story and I tell you if you're correct or not.
You ain't gonna tell me if I'm correct. Ray Charles tell his story. You don't tell me how my stuff gonna be correct or not. Listen, man.
But no, wait. Buckethead was there. He was a spectator.
I seen the whole thing.
Okay, ask Buckethead. Tell Buckethead to start at the beginning. He tried to throw
Okay,
bricks.
look, I know what the score was at halftime.
What was the score at halftime?
I ain't gonna tell it.
See what I'm talking about? You can't trust a man like that.
I
Now,
want
Eric-
y'all, hey, it's just y'all. I'm just bystanding watching.
I want you to
It's
stay
like
there,
I
Buck.
was the game. Let's
Stay
go.
over there.
I'm
Stay over
watching.
there.
Hey, Buckethead, all I know was the weekend before we played them, all I heard was, we got y'all for homecoming. It's an easy win. It's an easy win. We're going to probably spot y'all 20-some points. That's all I heard.
It looked that
But-
way.
but-
It looked that
but-
way in the first half.
But Eric,
Now I ain't gonna lie about
Who-
it. Eric.
who-
It looked
Eric?
that way in the first half.
but you fell for the coaches putting that locker room talk up to get y'all psyched up. Cause we hadn't said nothing like that.
Gary, you probably said it.
I will. I will, but I know I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Man, it sounds like my words too polite.
Yeah, too polite.
But we was at the skating rink when I got all that in my ear, though.
So you didn't have no business down here at the skate. Y'all got one up there in Weaver. You should have went to that.
No, he had to come. Listen. He coming way down our skating rink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he want to come down here and sunshine.
Sunshine.
He don't want to hang out. He don't want to hang out on the other
All
end.
I know was I got that put in my ear by all those guys wearing those. Even Dante McGrew, he was one. I'm gonna call him out too. Dante McGrew was one of them. They was putting that stuff in my ear. Oh man, we're gonna wear y'all out. You just wait. It's our homecoming. It's easy win. I didn't say anything. I just listened.
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you why I
Yeah,
know.
but now Wendell was gone.
He-
Now,
Wendell
I'm
was
gonna
gone.
be
He-
careful. Wendell was gone on that one
And
now.
just-
So.
listen. This is what y'all need to have understanding.
Okay,
about.
I'm listening.
All right. I know I didn't say that at the skating rink because he got a sister that was
you was
very
talking to.
pretty, very
Oh, yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
And I was over there trying to get over to Eric and talk to him about his
Eric,
sister.
That worked
He ain't
out.
wanna-
That worked out for you that he wasn't your brother-in-law. Now I'll go ahead and tell you that.
Hey, Eric, I'm listening to Buckhead. Let me finish my story. All right, so listen. This ball game went on, and they came down to Oxford. First half, I gave Alexandria the business. Did I or did I not?
You gave us the business.
What was-
First half.
What was it, 20-7 at halftime?
No, 14
Now,
and 14 and
nothing.
that. 14 and that.
And I'm gonna say this: you gave us the business. Now you was running. You probably had close to 100 yards first half.
First half, first 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, probably 100 yards, right?
All right, yes, that's it.
And all I heard now was the crowd saying, "Where's Eric Thomas? Where's this Eric Thomas guy at?" I heard.
We
it when
want
they-
Eric. We want
So,
Eric.
what is the guy name? What is the guy name that popped my ankle up under the pile? Give me
Don't
the
bring
name.
him up, 'cause
Leave stop this bucket. You
I
a
don't-
sideline
you
person.
can't bring him up.
I'm bringing him up.
That man done went on to say Jesus.
Well, me and him
You
going to
can't
talk
bring
about
him
this
up.
guy. I got good things to say about
You
this guy.
can't
What's his
bring him
name,
up.
Eric?
I can't bring his name up, but he was a good ball player now.
Eric, I'm gonna hang the phone up on you, and you listen to this buckethead in here. I'm hanging up the phone because
We
you don't
can't
want to
talk about a man that can't defend himself.
I'm not finna talk about it. I said, what was his name?
Well, you just tell me what you're going to say about it, and then we'll see if we're
Eric,
gonna
what
get
was the
name
guy's
of it.
name?
Go ahead and give it
I
up,
think
Eric.
His name is Derek Warren. He's a good football player.
There was good football player, Eric said. All he done was did what they told him to do to get Masons up out this ball game. Cause I'm telling you, he popped
That
that.
man didn't pop your collar on purpose.
He popped my
didn't pop
ankle.
your ankle on purpose.
Oh well, if you grab somebody's ankle and turn
Nah.
it,
Well, he
what
still
did you
had
do?
hold of you when you went down.
I was down under the pile, Buckethead.
I just can't believe that people around here would do something that dirty. No,
You don't?
I don't think Alexander did. I know Alexander didn't do me on purpose.
All I'm gonna say
You
is
just broke up like
game
stick
up
candy,
y'all
that's
put
all.
Everybody else game up. Put that game up, and it'll speak for itself.
Man,
He can't
listen,
find
if
it.
I could find it, Eric, it would already be up. I swear. Listen, we got people watching this show. Y'all all got these videos put up somewhere. Get them out. Send them to Buckhead King. We will get them out in front of everybody, man. I want every game ever played in old school football.
All jokes aside, this guy right here came out that second half,
and dominated.
and listen, it seemed like he couldn't do nothing wrong.
No.
Every time he threw the ball, he wasn't gonna beat us running. Eric, what you tell him you got to do?
They told me you got through it, brother.
And he added out.
Oh, I watched it.
I know you watched, but you're still on the sideline
But
right
now
now.
I ain't gonna say it because we don't want to talk about the kids. They were kids then, they grown men, old men now. But y'all got a little help from Oxford.
Cause we had a guy that missed the field goal.
And not only that,
We had a guy miss the field goal then
okay.
at the end of the game.
That's
know,
probably
but-
one of the best games of the 80s, though, for real.
That was a game, Eric. I'm not taking nothing away from Alexandria. I told you, when you play Alexandria, you better be ready to play.
I can tell you this, and I played in 2 or 3 of them that we played against when I was in school. And the first one I played in was voted the #1 game ever played in Calhoun County, and it was the 29-28 game where we came back and beat them on the last drive. We had to drive 93 yards
That
and
was a good ball game.
blew them. And then the very next year, it's the Tony Young game that you see online.
Yeah, down there.
And down at Mumford. And
That
then we
was a
play
game.
them again to a 3-point game in the playoffs, which they go on to win the state championship, which hats off, they deserved it.
Yeah,
I started as safety that year. My 10th grade year, I was safety.
Y'all deserved it, dude. I mean, you think about it, y'all had a heck of a team. That was a
he ain't beat me. Listen, that team they had right there.
Yeah.
When Blue was on that team now,
well, he was a freshman.
I
when
know.
Blue was
I
on.
remember that.
He was a sophomore when Tony Young was a junior, and then
Me and Eric same age.
Yeah.
I played against him in baseball, football, and basketball.
Back when Blue played, now the Emma Simpson Rebels was a team to reckon with.
They were really
had
good.
They had what's his name, Larry Rose, as the guard, and you had Freddie Wagan, and you had Gene Jelks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Noel, I take it back. The year that Blue was on there, y'all finished second to us, so only 2 teams out of the region, out of the area went then. And y'all went and played Center first, which had Cash Covington and a couple more that year. And Center actually went to the finals, got beat by T.R. Miller by 1 point. And Center's the one that put us out that year in the second round. And then the next year, Alexandria put us out because that was just a war. Every time we played Alexandria, it was a war.
That's what I was.
And I didn't get to play the second game. Now, I'm going to go and tell you, I'm worth 3 points.
With Emma Sampson, too. I was a 9th grader that year. Emma Sampson had a good football team. We played him up there, man. I'm telling you, that Gene Jelks and Freddie Wagan. Freddie Wagan, you could throw the ball on the ground.
Well, you remember, if you remember, Emma Sampson was, you had Litchfield, Gaz, and all of them up there that all combined. Emma Sampson was the team. Gadsden wasn't that great, and Litchfield wasn't that great. Emma Sampson was the team in Gadsden at that time.
I understand.
Yes, sure it was.
But listen, did you not hear Buckethead try to slide that in that he didn't play the second game that he played and all that?
I heard it.
He's saying that they would have won if he played.
I got to go along with it.
Huh?
It's his show, so I got to go along with it.
No, you
I
ain't
like
got
to hear the truth.
You ain't got to go along
I mean,
with him.
Buckethead just speaking the truth. I want to hear your truth.
You listen, Eric.
We'll decide which one is the
Eric,
truth.
listen, Eric. You don't have to go along with him.
I will tell you this, and this comes from somebody I respect more than anybody in the world. Tony Young told me face to face it'd have been a different ball game the second time if I'd have been playing. I'm not gonna say we'd have won. We beat y'all by 3 the first time. Y'all beat us by 3 the second time. Hey, I to this day, I'll say this. We were the best 2 teams in the state, no doubt, in my mind. And Heflin was really good till they lost their quarterback.
What year was that now? Because I'm trying to tell
85.
you. All right, so you do know.
They won the state. They ain't nobody better than them.
I know. I was getting ready to say that was good. Yeah. But listen,
Oxford lost to them.
The year he talking about they beat us down here for homecoming. The year before that, in Alexandria, we beat them.
So Oxford lost in '85 to y'all, Eric, and then y'all let them beat them, and y'all let them beat y'all in '86.
They let us.
Yeah, why'd y'all do that? And then y'all beat them in '87. See, that's
no.
Yeah, they beat y'all in '87.
We beat them out there.
Yeah, but they beat y'all in '87.
The next year they beat us.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
they beat y'all in '85. Y'all beat them in '86, and they beat y'all in '87. That's the year you got it.
If we had kept beating the 6A school, they probably would have moved us up because it was a 4-way. Probably moved us up.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Hey, it didn't look good. It didn't look good on Oxford. That's why Oxford quit playing everybody.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, they took off everything. They didn't want to play us in basketball.
That is the last time Oxford played y'all that year, wasn't it not?
No.
What's that?
What year did Oxford quit playing Alexandria?
We don't quit playing, folks. Listen to me. We don't quit playing people.
'87 was the last year y'all played.
That's last year they got embarrassed by us and they didn't want to play us.
We don't quit playing. We don't quit playing nobody.
Did you hear the man?
That man right there is just like you crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. Oxford don't quit playing nobody.
Well, why are they not playing?
Listen.
Why are they not playing?
You gonna let me answer?
'87. This is 2023.
This is not ESPN. You're not gonna sit over here and tell the king
1987.
like we scared to play somebody.
2023. How many years is that? I can't even count. I can take my shoes off.
You don't take no shoes off of him, them stinking toes. I'm gonna tell you something. We would put Mumford, Alexandria, Old Hatchet, and the rest of y'all little small schools together and line you up and beat that brakes off of you.
I guess you would now.
We don't stop playing,
since you built the
folks.
Coliseum over there.
We grow.
Good Lord.
We grow. We can't don't fault us for growing. Now,
I'm not mad at all.
You sound like
I'm not mad at all, but I will tell you this. Now that you're 6A playing a 4A school or a 5A school is not going to hurt Oxford. Alexandria's 5A right now. They can play Oxford.
Listen, man.
One of in Buckingham. We could play them back then. We was a 4A. They was a 6A.
Yeah, it didn't
We
matter.
were 5A.
It didn't matter.
We were 5A.
Well,
We
they're
fi-
5A. We still kicking their butt. It
We were
didn't matter.
5A. We kick y'all butt too. 418 got their butt whooped by a 5A school too. Don't get it twisted. Now I ain't gonna sit up here and let y'all talk about me and my school like anything.
I'm just saying.
How many times a Mumford beat us?
I just think it's funny that Mumford's only played at Oxford 4 times. They've lost all 4 times.
So we shouldn't have a conversation no more.
Well, you picked them when they were down.
I don't wanna
will
hear- I
promise you-
don't
let me
pick
just say
nobody.
This is for God and everybody out there watching.
Don't you bring God in
I
this.
promise you this. 1985, Oxford lost to Heflin and Alexander, and I promise you this, they would have lost to Mumford if Mumford would have been on that schedule.
Okay, now listen to me, y'all. Y'all out here in TV land and all you sports people, I have seen Auburn go and beat a team, and then the team that they played next got beat by that team.
Didn't
And
have
then
a
they
prayer.
turn around and that team meet them in the SEC tournament and whoop their butt.
Didn't have a prayer. We
That's all I'm saying. It don't matter if you beat a team.
Listen, me and Ronnie would have been real good friends after the game.
I don't bring no friends in there.
Buckingham, all I know is Oxford started writing on the wall. We cannot beat them. After 87, we got to take them off schedule.
Now look, you can't argue with the truth.
Hold
You
on.
can't argue with the truth. He
Listen,
laid it on the table.
You
We
gonna-
ain't played since 87. He laid the truth on the table. How you gonna argue?
You know
with
who won the county in baseball in 87? Do you know who won the
I don't
county?
care.
Ask him who won the county in baseball.
it? Sack.
Yeah, but it's
Who? Who you say? Wait a minute, man. Take your time when you say this. Who won the county in 87 in baseball?
Yeah, that's the same year we beat y'all. So
Who won the county in baseball? Quit, don't listen, come out the hole. Say to what, give the answer.
county in 87.
Well, I can't.
Oxford,
Nah.
did I hear you say Oxford won that county in 87 baseball?
I'm saying after 87, all for everything.
I just said
What?
Oxford won the county in baseball.
Well, they should. They're the biggest school.
Listen to me. We won the county in baseball because I'm on that team. I know for a fact we beat Alexandra.
Okay.
And I know for a fact
Well-
we beat Sac.
Well, let me just say this. I don't know
I
about
got the
86,
plaque at the house.
But we played Alexander in 84 and 85 because they were in our area. And that ain't even saying nothing because Alexander ain't that great in baseball.
They was when this man here was playing. See how he tried to switch? He ain't nothing but a troublemaker, man. He tried to say y'all wasn't good in baseball.
Man, y'all need to get a fence.
Say,
that field
all
y'all
you can
in.
get.
Yeah, all you can get. I mean, Buckhead got tired of running out there.
Hey, I got to run, guys. Hey, y'all keep up the good show.
Hey,
man. I ain't
thanks for
sorry
calling,
to
brother.
y'all.
Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
All right, y'all take care, brother.
See, man.
Don't you ever get on national TV and start trying to talk about Oxford again.
Well, I had to say this. He spoke the truth.
What truth did he spoke?
Since 1980.
What truth did he spoke? You heard what I said?
Regardless,
What truth did he speak? Come on, man.
Of why it happened or why it happened, since 1987, Oxford hadn't played Alexander in football.
There's a lot of students can say that. We ain't played Anderson since when?
Since 2006.
Okay. I mean, things happen. Look, man, come to agreement and go get you some help.
But
Sit on the couch and talk to the man about your problems.
Let me say this now. Eric Davis brought it up.
Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas, I mean. Eric Thomas brought it up. I don't know why I said Davis. He's another good one.
Yeah, another good one.
But Eric Thomas brought up, and let me just say this.
Uh-huh.
Oxford has not played Alexander since 1987. Is that true?
That could be true.
Okay, the man spoke the truth on the
I'm not, but then
He
listen,
spoke the truth.
Who make those decisions?
Yeah, well,
Let's go to break,
let's go to
cause
break,
cause you bring that button in, cause we're gonna be
'cause
doing
he's
some
all
cussing
mad
over here in a
and
few
stuff.
minutes.
Take us to break. He's on, man. We need to go to break so he can calm down. Take
He
us to
might
break.
not. He
He's
might not
all
be able to
mad.
go to break. He can't go to break.
Take
Yeah.
two.
No, just hang around if you can't go to break. Cause I'm finna talk about Buckethead.
I mean, without this guy though, what we do. I mean, I know people think we're crazy, and he might think we're crazy now, but he's been in. He's in hard with us, man. He loves what we're doing.
Appreciate
We're all
you,
about
Mike.
these kids. Web Logistics, man. We couldn't do this show without you, and we appreciate everything you do, Mike. You keep doing what you do for the kids, because he does just as much for the kids on the other side of the fence than we do.
I know he loved us talking about that county school right there.
Oh, ain't no doubt. He loves county. And look, we spotlight every school, but Mike's got a lot to do with the county schools in Coweta County.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I am flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
At Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, we know how hard it is to find a dependable company you can trust. The time-consuming effort can be frustrating and overwhelming. We believe what matters is getting back to what's important to you. Dunn's HVAC Plumbing and Electrical is built upon honesty, integrity, and also trust. We are your local choice for all your HVAC plumbing and electrical needs, serving Calhoun, Jefferson, Shelby, and surrounding areas. Visit our website at callduns.com to schedule your appointment for dependable service done right.
Look at that one right there. I'm telling you something. Hey, last week I got some of that. I got some of that last week, and it was something else. I talked a little bit about it last week, but man, when you, it's almost like Christmas. When you realize that you're getting it, you can't wait, and it's unbelievable. But Mason's barbecue, I mean, who can top it? I mean, who can top it? I mean, that's why. Listen, if you don't know why he's called the King, he's the King of barbecue. I had to tell David Pollock asked me when I was telling him with the Buckhead and King show. He said, "I guess you Buckhead." I said, "What? Why you can't say that to me?"
That wasn't no hard guess.
And he started laughing, and then he said, "Well, now, why is he the king?" And I said, he's the king of barbecue. And if you ask him, he's the king of a bunch of other things, but he's the king of barbecue.
Yeah, all you need to do is ask.
That's what he would have.
He must not need to. He need to listen to. He need to listen to how we start this show off, and we tell him ain't nobody can brag on us better than me. And you. We're gonna do it.
No.
Can't nobody do it better than me, Buckhead and King. You got to understand that.
That's why we're the king old school.
That's
when
right.
you get people like Eric Thomas to call in and talk about that. We're the king old school.
We got
Nobody
some
else
more.
can do
We're
that.
gonna have some more calls to come in. Now, Eric Thomas is one thing, and you didn't touch on this, but you tried to come over with a little bit on that baseball. You threw a little curveball to him and said that baseball team wasn't nothing out there. But I'm just go ahead and tell you, hey, they had a good team. They had some good talent over there in baseball too. Alexandria always have kids to come up. You know what I'm saying? Alexandria always have kids that come up. They start them off young. Now, who they remind me of? Little League program wise, Oxford. Oxford used to do the same thing. Used to until that travel ball stuff started.
Yeah, travel ball killed our rec program.
It kills the rec program.
It killed the rec program.
Sacs used to have a pretty good Little League program.
And everybody around here used to have a good Wellborn.
Travel ball.
But travel ball, I call it mom and daddy ball. It ain't travel ball. They just want to be part of a country club. Everybody wants to fit in somewhere.
Yeah.
And so they'll take food off their table. Mom and daddies can't pay the bills, so little Johnny can go play travel ball.
The Blue Mountain Bandit.
I love the Blue Mountain Bandit.
Man, the Blue Mountain Bandit, he done made it a home at Mason Barbecue. He's coming up there, he's sitting down eating. Guess what he eat?
Buckhead special?
No, he ain't get the Buckhead special.
What's he getting?
He want catfish, boy. He's sitting there eating
you can't go wrong with catfish.
No, listen to me. Blue Mountain special. I got to have. He want that catfish, but let me tell you something. That Blue Mountain Bandit about to make it a Blue Mountain special, boy. He killing it.
The Blue Mountain special?
He asked him for that catfish coming in the door. He ain't even got a chance to sit down.
So the catfish going to be the Blue Mountain special?
We working on it.
Oh.
Because I'm going to tell you something. He showed me some ink. He coached some kids that we left out. We were talking a lot of names. Every time we start talking about different kids that played ball around this area that done good and moved on to different levels, you know. And I don't have my hands on coaching some kids that don't move on. You have too. And then that's what you call, that's that reward we get. We don't get paid for it as a little league coach and stuff like that, but your reward is seeing that kid be successful in life. And then when they get through playing their sports, they got a family, they raising their kids. And then that right there,
key, man.
That's important. He showed me some newspaper clippings of the kids that he coached, and he brought up Dominique Callaway.
Which is,
I said, man,
he's a bad boy.
That's a good one. He played for the Steelers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm from Anderson. I mean, good kid.
Yeah.
And so he goes off into it about a lot of kids around this area that he had coached out there.
He also coached one of the meanest kids I've ever seen in this area, Chris Chastain.
Ooh, hold up, man. Hold up.
He also coached him.
I don't think I ever told you the story about Chris Chastain.
He had the mean boy now.
Chris Chastain, let me explain something to everybody out there. We were playing at Anderson High Field, and we were playing in the Toys for Tot Bowl up there. You hear me now?
I'm listening.
It's Oxford playing in the Toys for Tot Bowl, and Chris Chastain was on that team from up there over in that Blue Mountain area. Listen to me. Everybody that know me know that if I get my hands on that football, I'm going to run. Half the time it's more than, it's like athletic skills, but most of the time it's the speed from being scared. I'm letting you know. It was both. You don't want to get hit.
No.
Chris Chastain hit me up there at Anderson at that field, and I told him. I got up, and I looked at him, and he'll tell you right today, I promise you on everything. I don't know how we're going to get you to Oxford, but I need you down.
I've heard this story from him.
I told you, listen, I need you in Oxford. I don't need you playing against me because let me tell you something. He make your bones shift.
Nah, he's good,
He would hit you. Never did. He wasn't even wearing socks.
The boy was a bad dude. I mean, hey.
It hit you, boy.
He was a Blue Mountain Bandit for sure.
Yeah, he was. He was. It wasn't no taming him. He was hot, that old wild, old blonde hair, wild. He was young. That's how I'm going to hit you, boy. But yeah, that's my classmate. Graduated with him at Oxford.
Good guy. Great
guy. Hell of a football player, man.
Yeah.
And look, got kids, raised his kid, and he's a good family guy. Got his own business.
Got his own business. I mean, guys like that give back to the community, I'll talk about it. He's got a tree service that he does a great job.
Sure do. That's right.
And he's what he will tell you now, he's a big-time Christian, and man, he give you the shirt off his back. He used to be mean as a rattlesnake. Now he's just like a teddy bear. I mean, I guess that's a good thing for him because he might be in prison by now if he'd have stayed the way he was.
Listen, my wife had a car problem one time and broke down on, I think she might have been over here off Friendship Road, and she wasn't too far from home. But Chris Chastain pulled over, didn't know who she was, pulled over to help her. And when he found out that it was my wife, he got on the phone, they calling me this and that. I was like, man, I said, I appreciate that. Oh, man, don't worry about it. I got it, Gary, this and everything. I said, Mom, I'm trying to get that. At this time, I was working in the prison back over St. Cloud way out. And Chris was the man. You know what I'm saying? He came in. But just like you said, good guy, good Christian guy. And we need more of that out here.
You know, Chandler's one of our, we call him one of our sponsors just because we feel sorry for him every now and then. But he does a daily devotional. A daily victory is what he calls it. And today he was talking about, you walk by an apple tree, you don't have to ask that apple if he's an apple tree. You can see the apples. And he was saying, he's the same way with Christians. You walk by a Christian, you should know he's a Christian because he's a Christian. Now Chris is one of them guys that there ain't no doubt. You walk by him, you know he's a Christian. Now me on the other hand,
he's still working with you.
Well, Jesus did.
Still working with you.
I got dipped in the dirty water, and they cleaned me up. Still cleaning me up, but I'm okay now. I mean,
you're right.
Sometimes it gets. I can't. Bad thing about me and most people, I don't hold my tongue, and it just pops out. So, you know, tongue's sharper than a two-edged sword and get you.
Wait a minute, man. Listen, man. What kind of water you got dipped in?
Dirty water.
Dirty water.
It wasn't clean. It was dirt. I mean, it was. They
was at the creek?
baptized me.
In the creek, or you was at the
It was down at Chocolate Creek. dirty water. So.
I knew you were gonna come clean one day and tell the truth. You down in the Chocolate Creek, they put your head under that water.
Yeah, come out of a new man.
What kind?
A new man. Just a little dirty. But hey, you know, we're going.
This man is killing me, man.
But we put this post up today about Welborn.
Okay.
And it was talking about when you hear Welborn Panthers football, who do you think of? And there's a lot. I mean, me and you talked about it earlier. We throwed out a lot of names. Yeah, I mean, you know, Jeff Smith, the coach there, would be one of the names you'd have to throw out.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, he's an all-decade player. Battles.
You got Montgomery's.
No, all the Montgomerys.
Victor Hall.
I mean,
Johnny Harris.
Yeah, I mean,
you got
Frankie Odell.
Kevin Knox.
Yes, Kevin Knox. Keith Odell. I mean, all these guys playing back in the day.
Chandler went out there. Robert Chandler, brother.
Scott Chandler. Sean Hayes. All these guys, the old school guys.
We just got through talking about, Danny was talking about him.
Ricky Leonard and
you dated his?
Dave Henderson.
Dave Henderson.
Yeah, Dave Henderson.
Dave Henderson.
I mean, but hey, I'm an old school guy, but you can't leave out Jet Smith and what he did out there.
No.
Dustin Screws and what he did out there.
They got their print.
I mean,
they got their paw print in Welborn football.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's
I mean,
important.
if they were giving out prints, them boys are gonna go out there and put their hands in the stone out there.
Let me add on to what you're saying right there. When we was talking about Kevin Blue,
yeah,
and I said you cannot focus on Alexandria football or anything else Alexandria had out there and not say Kevin Blue didn't put his print in it.
I mean,
they helped build that program.
If let me just say this: anybody that thinks Kevin Blue didn't lay a lot of blocks in that program to build that foundation,
they don't know.
They don't know old school. Okay. Tony Young, yes.
Yes.
I mean, but we could go on and on. But now, them two names in Alexandria are big. Now you bring Matt Campbell in. He played in a little different area.
Big.
But big. There's three names that laid big stones out there.
Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas
come in. Big.
He come in before Matt. He played with all three of them, except he was a young man with Blue.
With Blue.
But another guy put his prints out there.
I can say that, and I can circle that around. And the same thing I can say about Oxford. You got to look at some of them guys that came before and after.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's a lot of blood and sweat done went there to get that to where it is now.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
And I don't just say football players. I talk about the coaches. Larry Davidson.
Yeah.
Coach Scott Cole. You got Coach
Burgess. You got
Coach Herring. You got Coach Houston. Coach Houston been coming to the restaurant eating.
Well, he knows.
That's my boy.
Coach Britt.
Coach Britt. Man, come on, man. Coach Livingston.
Coach Livingston, forgot about him.
Sal
Gardner. Don't leave Sal Gardner. Alton Crowd.
All them guys something to do with programs all the way up and down.
I mean, great quarterbacks. Rodney Edwards coached 7th, 8th grade after he left college.
You got folks that had to help put that foundation there as coaches, but then when you start talking about the players that they had, you can't get away from people like Rowan Buck.
But I don't want to forget about Coach Herring and Coach.
I said Coach Herring.
You said Coach Herring.
Yeah.
Make
both
sure
for the Herrings.
Both of the Herrings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Etheridge.
You can't leave it out.
And Sam Adams. I mean,
you can't. Why? It's part of.
Here's what I'll say about Sam. A lot of people don't like Sam.
Who don't like Sam?
People giving Sam a hard time. I'm going to say that. But let me tell you, Sam did stuff with a program that was down here. I mean, let me just tell you, it was down here. And let me just say, wait till he gets here.
It's going.
Wait till he gets there.
It ain't even got like this yet. It's going. It's like this.
So
it's going.
But I think it's going to be. Listen, This doggone Pell City Oxford game this year, I keep talking about it, it's going to be something special.
You're going to hype it on up.
I'm going to hype it up.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get off the air hype. I'm talking about it because, you know, I'm kind of a little biased when you come down there.
Are you just a little
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Little
Don't
biased.
hate nobody. Just
I
dislike them a little bit.
dislike them a little bit, but I'm going to let you know now. When they come down and mess with my young
But we was
Jackson.
talking about that Welborn, and we were going back to Welborn, and we can go back to that. Donnie Adams brought up a great point, and Greg Quick was there all, you know, on it and talking about it. And we were talking about the games that Welborn and Oxford had back in the day, back in the early 80s. Ooh. I mean, well, through the 80s. I mean, they were
wars. A lot of people mean
I mean, they were literally war. I mean, every now and then they would be a blowout. But I mean, you look. Let's just talk about the 82. Starting with 82. Well, let's go back down to. I mean, we can go all the way back to. Let's go back to the 78 football team. We brought the 78 baseball team in here. So let's go to the 78 football team. The 78 football team, it was a 7-2 game. The 79 was a 10-7 game. Welborn won that game. The 80 game that Quick was talking about was a 14-13 overtime win. Oxford won. Oxford came back next year. Welborn was down. It was a 49-0 game. But that's very unusual in this rivalry. And then in 83, 82, 81 was the 49. 82, 9-7. Donnie Adams brought it up. Ricky Leonard kicked a long field goal that fell 1 yard short, or that game flips over. That 82 team from Oxford went all the way to the finals and lost to them. They were the first team to play in the finals for Oxford. The 82 Oxford team. So you think about these games and what these
area games.
I remember these games and what they meant to these communities, and this is my hope. One day, that kids this day and time, these old kids that need good stuff to happen, not bad stuff, but good stuff, and good old-fashioned rivalries are good stuff. It gets them off the street, keeps them from running around killing somebody or something. Yeah. I mean, we need to let these decided on the field like we used to do it. And this right here, man, I just remember being at them games, and as a kid, because I was an Oxford fan, because I was going to Oxford, being at them games so fired up,
he wanted to be
and could not wait to be a Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, he pouring his heart out
and
now.
Throwing. Hey, I'll never forget this time. Soupy Campbell was a quarterback at Oxford. His jersey, they wore the old tearaways.
Like Mean Joe Green.
He throwed it off to me.
You got it.
I would have fought anybody in the. You know how they used to be around the track playing cup ball? You'd have been tough to get it. It'd have been ugly.
Yeah, man, it'd been ugly.
It would have been ugly trying to get that from me now.
Come on.
And then somebody, I think, I can't remember who it was. It may have been Robbie Buster. Somebody had a black and gold and wristband and threw it over.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got it too.
But you're a bad boy.
I was a bad boy. Because I told you, ain't no Bo Jackson and me were like this. So they
I don't know why you tell that lie. Stop that lie there. You in Bo Jackson. Listen, you in Bo Jackson ain't got nothing
I would love to produce them right now and have them.
I would love for you to do
that. That would be something awesome to have right now.
Get back to that about you and Bo Jackson. Don't never let me hear you compare that.
There was only one. There was a couple of differences between me and Bo. Let me tell you what they are. He was a little bit faster than me.
Huh?
He was a little bit bigger than me.
Huh?
He's a little bit stronger than me.
That's three. Keep going.
That's all I know to say, and that's about the three. That's three things that really matter. He's a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and a little bit bigger than me. Now I don't know what else to say about Bo, but other than that, we was close to being the same. You know, we was close to being the same athlete.
I'm gonna tell you, which one of them creeks that they put you on the? Chocolate. I'm gonna have to test that for. I might
test
have
that water.
Test that water. I believe you swallowed some of that water.
Oh boy!
But listen, some of them games you're talking about, and go back to that '87 game. Okay. Welborn and Oxford.
Welborn and Oxford '87. Well, I was getting up there. The 9-7 game was the 9-7 game was the 82 game, and it could have went either way. The very next year, Welborn comes back and wins the game 14-13. The next year, Oxford wins 9-7. The next year, Welborn wins 14-9.
What year is this?
And this is the '85 year. Welborn beat Oxford 14-9. And I always talk about how good Alexander and and Montford was that year, and Heflin was that year because Alexander and Heflin beat Oxford. Welborn was as good as but they were 5A, so it's. But I don't want to leave them out. Alexander, Welborn, Montford, Heflin, even Oxford, because Oxford had a really good team and just lost to them, lost to everybody by just a couple points.
Right.
This area was loaded with football that year.
That's right.
And the best teams in the state were in this area.
That's right.
By far.
Get on down to 87.
But now I was 85. Let's go to 86. Welborn wins, Oxford wins 38-14, stretched it out a little bit. 87, double overtime. Oxford wins 24-21.
Okay. That's 87. I don't remember that being overtime, though.
Double overtime. 87.
You sure?
Yeah.
At Welborn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
At Welborn.
I'm going to tell you how, I'm going to go back to that game.
Okay.
I was hurt 2 games before, got hurt 2 games with Alexander, 2 games. So I was out 2 games. We had to open, and we had to play sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get a chance to play sacks my senior year. That year right there, Johnny Williams Johnny Williams went on the field, first play of the ball game after the kickoff, first play of offense play we had. I wasn't supposed to have been playing. Johnny Williams got hit, and the first time he hit the ground, they had to tote him off the field. His ankle. He out. Coach Herring looked at me and looked at Derek Webb. Before he could open his mouth up, I ran on the field. I wasn't going to give him the choice.
Yeah.
Because I know if we didn't win that game right there, we weren't going to the playoff.
Yeah.
So that game right there, I went in on a bad ankle still, 100%. But I had to go in and give him some business. I'm going to tell you who really gave him the business that night. Because they started keying on me. I broke one down the sideline on for about 40 yards. But I'm going to tell you who gave them the business.
Who?
J.J. Pruitt.
Yeah, J.J. was a bad guy. We don't talk about J.J., but J.J.
I'm giving it to you. I'm not
going
to come up here and sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to just say I'm the best of all this and that. I'm going to give you the truth now.
Yeah.
That night right there,
J.J. was on.
They kept feeding him up that meal, and they think they're going to pitch it out to me. And by the time they thinking it's out there to me, J.J. is going up the middle. J.J. is getting them the business. You hear me? He gave it to him. I think he might have scored at least 2 or 3 times that night. Well, we won it.
Yeah, you won it 24-21 in double overtime. Now, if we go on up, and here's the good thing. I mean, in '88, Oxford wins the state.
Yeah.
They played Welborn twice.
Them games.
They played Welborn in regular season, beat them 23-16. Close ball game. That's a touchdown. In the third round of the playoffs, 14-13.
That's a game.
14-13, Oxford wins the state. So Welborn hasn't never won it.
But they always
but they have been right there every time Oxford.
They have been the thorn in our side for years. So, and I'm going to let you know that now.
So here's the thing. Okay, here's a crazy thing. In '89, they play each other again. Back-to-back years.
Oxford won
2 times.
State championship in
Oxford won it in '89 again. They played Welborn in regular season 26-14. And then in the playoffs, they beat them 14-0. So about the same spread. But, I mean, if you look at after that, it was 21-10, Welborn won. Oxford then reeled off 5, and then in '95, Welborn won again. And then the last time they played was in '99, and Oxford won the last 4.
There you go with that last time they played. But you got
but
other
here's
progress.
the reason why the last time, and I can understand Welborn. Welborn went from being a 5A school to a 2A school.
It dropped.
To a 2A school.
You got to have enough
Now they're
kids.
a 3A school.
They moving back up.
Yeah, they're a 3A school.
We ain't annexed at all.
Y'all annexed enough to try to kill the program.
We ain't annexed at all. We let you have.
Same way you did Mumford's program.
Some people we want
Same way you did Mumford's program.
Some people we won't let y'all stay out there. Like Mumford won't let you leave you on the other side of that 21 down there. Won't give you that. And we're going to, you Welborn Pound. Some of you, some full-blooded Welborn Pound people don't want to be part of Oxford. Don't want to be a part of Oxford. We're going to leave y'all on the other side of that hill over there, too. So we ain't going to annex all that.
But here's a funny thing. When my son played at Oxford, and my son is a full-blooded Yellow Jacket. He's a full-blooded Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
And when he played at Oxford, it was funny to watch how many kids was on his team that went undefeated when he was there that wasn't Oxford people? They moved, they were from Welborn, or they was from Sachs, they was from Weaver, and they was from Mumford, they was from all over this area, and their kids were playing at Oxford.
Hold up. It's something that you're missing, and it's a key. You got to understand the key. Once you become a Yellow Jacket, you're a Yellow Jacket. It ain't that you moved in and moved out. Once you become a Yellow Jacket, you're a Yellow Jacket. Now, once you jump ship, you jump ship. We don't want no parts of you or nobody that you're going to bring to the ship. Stay out there. And I'm going to let you know this here too. I told my brother today on the phone that I was going to say this. When Noah built the ark, everybody couldn't get on there and go with it. Everybody can't go with you, Buckethead. When we going, when we going, everybody can't go. Noah built the ark, everybody couldn't get on there. They went by twos.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you now.
Everybody couldn't go, Buckethead.
But let me say this. I'm going to stop your story for 1 second.
Stop.
If I've seen this, and this is the truth, I don't start fights.
Yeah.
But when it comes time to fight,
yeah,
I'm going to fight like that third monkey out there on the side of Noah's Ark. I'm going to fight like he is. Because you know he's going to be fighting like he is.
Because you trying to get over you getting on there.
I'm fighting like that number 3 monkey out there.
You got to get out there.
It's going to be crazy.
We ain't letting but 2 of y'all get on there.
So you know I'm going to throw dude.
Everybody can't go, Buckhead. I'm just letting you know. Get your fight on. And then if you make it in, you make it in. Everybody can't go. So the moral of this story, everybody can't be a Yellow Jacket. Some of y'all gonna have to stay outside, and everybody can't go with us. That's just life. Some of y'all gonna have to be doctors and lawyers. Some of y'all gonna be some nurses and all that other stuff.
That up there should say high school prime time and Yellow Jackets for Gary Mason. It should be
in
right
the corner. What did it say in the corner? What you see that number 10? Pookie, look. You got your boy Pookie Wilson on this in Facebook.
I talked to Pookie last week.
He gonna talk about who was number 10 for Arsenal. Man, you asked that crazy. Oh, wait a minute.
On the state championship, on the state championship team, Jason Jack was number 10.
That's on that team. Jason Jack ain't got his name.
Quick was number 10.
You see that up there?
Whose jersey is that?
Whose jersey is that right there?
That's the king.
That's Mason.
Yeah, that's Mason.
That's number 10. That's the 10. That's the first running back that rolled number 10 in Oxford. Shannon Payne blocked for me. He became a state trooper.
Let me tell you a funny story about 10. This is hilarious because me and you are so much alike.
Go ahead.
I wore 10 all the way up to my junior year. I wore 10, number 10, all the way up to my junior year.
That means it's something behind the number.
So, but when they moved me to tight end,
they want to put the 8-8 on.
They said you can't wear a 10. But now everybody wearing 10 now.
Everywhere.
But back in the day, everybody, all the receivers, big number, they had all the big numbers. But man, I said, why can't I wear 10? He did what the coach said. Yeah. You catch more passes, you wear number 88.
Oh, you believe it too.
Well, that's what I thought.
What?
He ain't gonna throw it to me unless I put it up.
Well, let me tell you how I got that number 10.
So I'd have been number 10. What about that? We'd have had 10 and 10 up.
That'd have been perfect. Just perfect. But I'm just going to tell you how I got that number 10. If you go through Oxford history, you're going to see running backs that had those big numbers.
Yeah.
And I told Coach Henry, I said, no, I don't want that number. I want number 10. Because I had 10 in baseball and I had number 3 in baseball. But 10 and 3 are my 2 numbers. Okay. So I'm sitting here telling him, I said, I want to be number 10. Mason, that's not no running back number. That's a quarterback number.
You should have got 33.
So, Ray Whiteside, I had that in the Little League. Ray Whiteside was quarterback. He wasn't going to get 10. I'm telling you right now, I wasn't giving up 10. So me and him had our conversation. The rest is history.
You won number 10.
There it is right there, Buckethead.
How much you had to pay him?
I ain't got my book. I got to go to that check. I didn't balance the book out. I got to go and look.
Ray Whiteside was the quarterback in that 87 debacle, just to let y'all know.
Yeah. He would pitch that ball out there when somebody about to kill me. He'll up in my face. He'll still pitch it. What you got to say about that, Buckethead?
It's tough.
It is.
Y'all run the veer?
Run that eye.
Y'all run the power eye or just pro eye?
Sometimes we'll jump in the power eye.
You jump in the power and stay in the pro eye. That's why we run pro eye.
Yeah. Sometimes.
We were never in the wishbone. We never got
but Pookie Wilson don't ever ask that crazy question.
Y'all like the question.
Don't ask that crazy question.
We need Pookie to call in. That's what we need. We need Pookie to call in.
I'm going to get him to call in because he gets on my nerves sometimes.
we need Pookie to call in and we can talk about some baseball.
Yeah,
I mean,
now you ain't got no bad person right there now.
Well, Pookie could do anything. We talk about baseball, how good he was. He was an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I mean.
He's a bad boy. Sylacauga, but he was down the road down there. He couldn't come up here with the big boys.
Ooh.
I said that.
Ooh.
He didn't want to come up here, but let me tell you, Sam Gunn came up and played it off late, and I wanted him to leave so bad.
That's what I was going to say. Hold on now. When he came up here, people were begging him to leave.
Pay out!
So don't say he can come up with the big boys.
I said that guy, he going to ask that question, who was number 10? You know, he don't throw no dirt. Don't throw no rock in no glass house.
Yeah.
I just got through telling y'all Noah built the art. Everybody can't get in. Everybody can't ride with Buckethead and King. Who drive?
We got a chauffeur.
You gonna have somebody chauffeur?
We're gonna let Todd.
No, man, you can't let Todd drive.
Well, I was talking about Todd earlier. He's so happy about everything, how this place is going right now. We came in today, and I swear I had to put my finger in my ear, and that Boy George music was blaring.
That's why I tell you can't drive us nowhere.
No, that was
But
horrible.
listen, you know what we didn't do?
What?
We didn't tell the people about the Roku.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't tell them about the Apple TV.
Yes, we did.
Did we tell them like that?
Yeah.
I told them to put it up. We didn't have nothing to put it up.
We told them, though.
We did?
Yeah, because you made fun of me because I said Ruco.
You messed it up.
Instead of Roku.
Say it one more time.
Roku.
We on Roku.
However you pronounce it, we
Roku,
on Roku. And if you
Fire
type,
TV.
and here's how you do it.
Fire stick.
If you type in WWEC TV 24, I guarantee when you start typing on your Roku WWEAC, when you start typing that, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
And it'll do it on all of them.
Do it on all of them.
Apple TV, it'll do it on the Fire Stick, but just it's WAEAC TV 24. You type that in, you can, and then you'll have that app on there forever and ever, and you can watch the Buckhead reruns.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine? Do you know how good people watch like Barney Fife and they watch Sanford and Son reruns? I mean, other reruns. I mean, they're all kind, All in the Family, any kind you watch. Bucket and the King will have reruns.
Yeah.
How much we getting paid for reruns?
I don't know what we need to be talking about. Listen. I need to go in there and sit down at the table and we start talking about
Because, I mean, I know they get royalties for every rerun that's run.
Yeah.
We got to start talking.
Hey, they need to get that done before I take my vacation in July. I need me some new socks, some baby oil, and 6-pack of Mountain Dew.
Muscles?
I ain't trying to get no muscle, man. I'm trying to lay down. I'm finna lay down, fat man lay down. I ain't trying to get no muscle. I don't want no exercise. I don't want nothing like that. I just want to relax.
I went to a conference this week. It's pretty laid back, and it's in the steel industry.
You did no work.
And no, I did. And my wife went with me, and they have this it's for the younger people, but it's called
What you doing out
Beach
there?
Olympics.
You went down there.
And they had a volleyball game.
You wasn't.
And look, I got in it.
Oh,
Let me say this.
Oh, my.
Buckhead got after it now. I don't think he didn't get after it. He brought out for a couple plays. Now, I had to rest every now and then. But let me say this. They all took their shirts off.
What, you took your shirt off down there?
They kept saying, take your shirt off.
What you telling me? This ain't meant for that. What you
I
telling
said, yeah, this Baywatch. I ripped it off, took it off, and stood there like this. What they talking about? I'm proud of all of it.
How long you hold your breath in?
No, I couldn't hold it long.
You tried, though,
I
didn't you?
tried.
You sucked it in when you took it off?
I like,
Ooh.
Then I turned around and But you know what I told him?
What?
I could have wrote like Mason's Barbecue on my
All
stomach.
well cross.
Yeah, and said, that's wine. That's wine. And that would have
Sit
been
it
great
up there.
advertisement.
Lord help
Mason's Barbecue. That would have been sweet.
No, I don't need Peter.
How much you pay me to put on there?
I'm not paying you nothing to put it on. I don't need Peter to come see me behind that. There you go. There you go. Get Eric started in my ear talking about some catfish. Here you go.
This guy, he always talking about, well, I mean, he does have the best food around, but it's just hard for me to talk good about it because I don't ever see it but every now and then. I expect when I come here for the show to have some ribs right here, some catfish here, some barbecue sandwiches like sliders there, and they just sitting there like, and I just go, Don't mind me, I'm getting rid of the evidence.
Yeah,
Just
but-
put it away. And I can still talk with my mouth full.
But you know, they already sending the camera, the gas and stuff flipping back and forth. They got technology now. You come bring the show up to the
Don't
restaurant.
mess around. If you take it to the
Take
restaurant,
it to the restaurant,
it's gonna
baby.
Get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly. And we're gonna take it to the restaurant. We got some plans.
Man,
we can't let all the
All right.
cats out of the bag right now.
Okay, cause game time getting ready to come up. I mean, we gonna catch some night games up there.
We got some good. Hey, if you don't think that this year is not going to be unbelievable for TV24 and primetime sports and all that, you better get ready. And that's not just y'all fans. That's some of them people out there that think
imitators.
them imitators.
Imitators need to get a clear understanding. Stop calling these folks trying to dang on move the show off the air and having the games already, try to get games and head of TV24. Man, come on, man. We ain't gonna have all that now. Go on out the way. Move out the way, cause we already tell you we here to stay.
Hey.
Big time. We going on up. Where we going?
You know what LeBron did with Miami?
What'd he do?
He couldn't beat them, so he joined them.
Yeah.
So you either got one choice.
You know, LeBron played the Yankees.
Oh, yeah,
played the
I know,
Lakers
but
now.
I'm just talking about when he went and got his first ring.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
So he
They
joined.
joined. Okay.
So what I'm saying is if
Can't beat
often imitated, never duplicated. But you got two choices. Still got two choices.
Someone got one.
You can join us or get out the way.
They ain't got to move.
And because we ain't stopping.
Move.
Like that. You know how a freight
Get out
train
the
look when it
way.
hits a little
Get
car
out
on
the
the railroad
way.
track?
Move.
You know how a freight train look when it hit the little car on the railroad track?
Yeah.
That's how it's going. That's how it's going.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to do.
How it gonna be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, Buckethead said it. You heard what Buckethead said?
It's serious.
Said it.
It's serious.
Man, listen. I want to go back to the time that you took your hat off in here, and you were preaching a little bit. You know, and I gave you a little token to put it in your hat.
You did that.
You know what I'm saying?
That was good, wasn't it?
That was good.
When I got home, I went somewhere and tried to spend that money. And got out, it was like some receipts and stuff. I thought you had to put some money in there. I went down here to Dairy Queen after it was over, gonna get me a big old Dairy Queen, get me a big ice cream. They said, "Sir, you can't buy nothing with this." Same way I did when we had your money, with your face on it.
I got that.
She would not let me spend it.
I got that money. Man, listen, I got some at the house too. I need to bring that up there. That's worth gold, man. What these folks thinking about? Who would take the king money?
Dairy Queen, for one, said that money was not real.
That's a queen. Go to where you got to go to where
I
king
gotta go
is.
to the Dairy King, not
Yeah,
the Dairy
yeah,
Queen.
no, that's
Okay, I
queen.
got it. You know how to look. I ain't never seen the queen wouldn't take no money.
It's something wrong.
I ain't never seen the queen
so
wouldn't take no
wrong.
money. I ain't never seen a woman wouldn't take.
It wasn't a good
wouldn't take
connect.
no-
the
wouldn't
connect
take no
wasn't
money.
there. It wasn't a good connect. You had the king on there smiling. That got it right there. Hey, you know I'm the first one that got on the dollar bill.
I know.
It's rough.
Well, it's tough.
Yeah.
Buckethead didn't get no money.
You got some money.
I ain't got no money.
You got some money, man. I got tired of messing with you. Listen, man.
But what about this? Just pick one we got on our site right now. We got some.
That's blowing
just,
up.
Man,
That's blowing up.
It's blowing up, and I mean I like it because I love to hear these guys
Story.
talk about who they're picking and why they picking them.
Well, that's
mean-
key. That's key. But you know what? That let me know that people are paying attention.
Yeah.
And they really understand what we're talking about, old school football.
Yeah.
And if you really not into what we're saying about old school football, that's okay. We're not mad at you. Just pick you something else to enjoy. And right now, you know, we actually trying to make sure everybody has some fun with it. Because come football season, we're gonna talk about everything.
And no doubt. No
Everything.
doubt. Everything. I mean, that was one conversation I liked. I mean, they've been
Put
serious.
put that picture.
They've been this one right here.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, put that one up right there. I want Eric to have that on. Put that on TV so people can
Hold
see.
on, I ain't got it there yet. Let me get it there.
Now, what was you saying before I
But
started?
before you rudely interrupted me.
Was it rude?
It was dang sure enough rude. Oh, ain't it? Hold on. That's it right there.
You
But
sure
we
that?
were. I was talking about, you know, all these people. That's David Pollock talking about Buckethead and the King. But we were talking about this, and we were talking about all these guys that that we put up there. And we're not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or call anybody out. We're just picking, we're just picking guys that compare to the other guy. And
all of them are our favorite.
Every one of them are our favorite. You go on our page, you're not a loser.
No, we put you up there. We got something. You got something good to say about you.
You know, we put Big Jock Smith up.
Big Fire. We call him Big Fire.
Big Fire. And let me tell you, I love one of the statements that somebody put that he made. That Willie Ples, he ate good behind
Big Jock.
I bet he did too now. Because Jock can handle his own.
You keep some guys off their linebacker back there, he can roam.
So what I got from that was saying Willie might not have been where he was at if it wouldn't been for Jock in front of him.
That's a big statement.
I didn't say that. I said
I saw that.
Some people might have been saying that.
I saw that.
But now I think Willie could run with any dog in the pack.
Nobody. But listen, Jock said it, and Jock was on the team with him.
Yeah.
Said the coach actually had to make Willie sit out at practice
because
he would hurt. He would hurt his own players.
Own player. He had one speed on him. There's a bunch of Wendell Kelly the same way.
Yeah, boy.
Wendell Kelly hit you like that too.
Hit, boy, let me tell you something. Every time, but I'm 53 years old right now today.
You still have not, man?
I still,
just
the running back in me.
Yeah.
Wants to always when I see him.
When you see him come around the corner, you take off.
I want to make a move.
Don't you?
I want to make a move. You got to make a move because I'm telling you right now, if he hits you solid, your bones will never be the same. It's all everything in your inside shake. It rattles.
I started to put Jock up against Rick Burgess.
Couldn't find Rick Burgess.
Well, I could, but I just.
You didn't think that was gonna be?
Rick Burgess was on the All-Decade team, and I was just trying to keep it up. Now, I don't know what is your thoughts about Jock and Rick Burgess? I'll ask that. We'll put it on there and let them talk about it.
Well,
and see who picks who.
You got two hell of that. Jurisic wasn't no damn.
Jurisic was mean as a rat.
That's how I'm going.
I used to be so scared of him when I was a young man. He was a little older than me.
I love to see him play baseball
too. Man.
He was
yes, sir.
He was good. You knew Big
Do
Jock played baseball.
Do you remember? Yeah, that's right. Do you remember when we played Little League at Oxford and the Babe Ruth field was right there on the corner, right there when you walked in, hit down by them trees?
That's right.
I remember seeing John Jurisic play right there and hit him out so far it wasn't even funny.
Strong. Hey, I love seeing him when he was playing high school ball. My cousin was on the team when Gerald Bell was on the team with Jurisic. Big John. Big John was something good. Now Jock played baseball too. And I used to see him up at Norwood hitting them out. And Lando Waters' brother, we called him Booty Green, but Lando Waters' brother and Big Jock was the two home run kings in Beirut. When Jock hit one, he leans back and hit it. And holler when he hit it.
I like it.
Ow!
I like it.
It's gone. My granddad used to love holler. Jock came and played baseball up on Jones Hill for my granddad's team. And my granddad used to holler, "Let's go, Big Jock."
Whistle.
"Let's go, Big Jock. Get out of here with one." And he hit it. He'll holler, "Ow!" It's gone. As if he ever hit it, he just like Star Child. If he hit it, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. But you wouldn't expect a guy his size had that baseball eye speed contact.
Jock grabbed my hand and be like,
"Yeah, Big Fire."
You don't squeeze too hard.
But only thing I got that he eats me up with is that he feels that we don't give Anderson High enough.
I don't see how
enough credit on nothing. He always calling the high school primetime out on. Man, he don't. The post that we put up about Anderson is give us more numbers than anything we put out.
And here's what I'll tell him, and it's not for public, but I'll show it to him if he wants to see it. Anderson is our number one they're our number one city that watches. There are more people in Anderson watch our show than any other city around.
Did you just break the TV?
Blew up my battery.
People on TV World, y'all see why I had to tell the doctor to stay around when Buckethead is around here? He just tore up the microphone and everything. He over there snatching. Now come on over here, let me fix you on TV. That don't make no sense. Listen, they need to hire somebody for this right here. Go ahead on, man. Can you hear Buckethead talk now since he don't?
Oh, no.
Hey, that's
He
good.
said
So
no.
now I do all the talking there, because Buckethead don't mess around here.
I'm
He'll
gonna
lost
turn it
his
off,
microphone.
turn it back. Oh, he's back on.
He
I'm
got
back
it.
on.
You put your battery in right?
Sweet voice is back on now, so we good. I'm gonna move this over here. How did that fall off? My knee must have
on
caught
that
it.
side. I don't know, Buckethead, but
Knee must have caught it.
you know if you tear that up, Todd gonna charge you.
Yeah. Well, we need some new ones anyhow. I would throw it against the wall.
You tear that up, boy. I'll tell you right now, don't tear that up. Who are we getting ready to talk about there? Another kid I want you to bring up to you, and I know you know him too. The kid played ball at Webb. He played ball at Webb. Okay, and at that time it was Terrence Montgomery. Terrence Montgomery. You can hear me, so don't worry about it. I just let it.
Okay.
Terrence Montgomery. You got Raynard Montgomery. You would have.
Oh, Raynard was a bad man.
Woo.
Did I tell you I seen Raynard and he's having troubles right now?
No.
Yeah, I seen him at where did I see him at? At the ball field or something? It was some. Yeah, it was at the ball field. And he's having he had a stroke or something, and he can't talk good now. Bless his heart. I mean, I love Raynard. Me and Raynard grew up together. Very much respect each other.
I didn't know
Great
that.
athlete. Struggling a little bit. If you see it, I mean, if y'all see Raynard,
you
you
need
be praying
pray
for him.
Pray for my brother
Yeah, 'cause
Raynard
he
Montgomery. I didn't know that.
And he had a struggle. He was getting it back. It was just, it was slow, and I felt bad for him, man.
The best. Listen, tell you something. Besides Robert Duncan is one of the best baseball players I ever played against, and I'm telling you right now. But Raynard Montgomery,
that's good.
Was one of the most powerful baseball players that he when he hit it, you know he.
Well, see, now I joke around about me and Bo Jackson, but Raynard can say
truly,
he was
truly.
a beast.
True story. I don't know how much more time we got on the air.
Yeah. We got about 3.
Okay, I ain't gonna take but about 2. we were playing Raynard them up on Jones Hill, and I was playing third base. And I always try to measure out a baseball player by how he stands in the batter's box. So I'm even with the bag, and where I should have been back behind the bag, because he pulls everything. So I didn't move fast enough, and he hit one down third. And I'm gonna tell you something. That ball bounced up and hit me in the chest.
Ooh-wee.
And I want to tell you, it put the print of the
you
ball.
didn't like that at all.
The
I
print
can
of the
tell you
ball
that.
on my chest. I got it and threw his butt out because he didn't get down there fast enough. The fast that ball got to me.
You didn't like that.
I didn't like it at all, but I'm just letting you know. And then we beat them. He ended up coming to play ball on our team. We went out to play the team in Raglan, and he hit 3 out over in Raglan. But the first one, he hit this lady trailer, and the next 2 went over the lady trailer. She came out with a gun. Ball game over. She said, ain't no more coming over here. And that's true story right there. Raynard Montgomery.
Hey, Eric, go to the screen since we're talking about baseball. How heartbreaking is? Well, he ain't there yet, so let me back it up. You ready? Okay, I'm waiting on you.
There you go.
Okay. How let me tell you something, guys. This is whoever wins goes to the World Series, and this is Stanford and Texas, 6-6. I'm gonna let it replay again, 6-6, and they don't see the ball. It's hit up. It's 6-6. They're running with 2 outs, and look at the catcher right there. It's sad. I mean, that's just crushes him.
And then people at home are like, how in the world they couldn't see that ball? But at nighttime, and then that ball go up and hit them lights, you can lose it.
You can lose it.
You can lose it.
We're going to leave with that. Hate it for Texas. Great job. Thanks for joining the Buckethead and King Show tonight.
We'll come back and see y'all next week. Same back time, same back channel.
That's it.
For over 60 years, pain relief products were developed by big pharma and companies that could cause harmful side effects. Now there is something new in a topical pain relief product. Thousands of people who experience pain daily are now enjoying a safe pain relief product. This big discovery is Sweet Relief. Sweet Relief is a 100% all-natural OTC product that allows you to experience with no drugs, no chemicals, no alcohols, no CBDs, just fruit moisturizing with a tropical scent. Thousands have bought and used Sweet Relief with great success. Sweet Relief specializes in relieving minor arthritis, muscle and joint pain in 1 to 2 minutes. That's 1 to 2 minutes, not days or weeks. Order today. Go to www.mysweetrelief.com. That is mysweetrelief.com.